This week's episode of the Deck Journals podcast brought to you by My Special is dropping on Patreon on Tuesday the 11th of October.
Yes.
So if you're listening to this for free, you're missing out. So go to deckchurnyums.com/Patreon. Is that how you say it?
Yes.
No, Patreon.com/deckchurnyums.
Yes.
Aye, I said it like James Bond does. James Bond. Go to Patreon, sign up. It'll be on the top tier. Sorry, you're paying $5 for it. And then just watch how class I am.
That would be, yeah.
It's pretty good, like, it's funny.
Is there a / one, no? Just Deck Turn Yums?
I don't know. I'm not the brains behind that person. I'm the talent. Play the fucking intro, Nev. Yeah, what's up, motherfucker?
We were very...
Is that... Yeah, what's up, motherfuckers?
Well, we were very early last week. We came in way too early last week. We talked right over the middle of the intro.
Did we?
Yeah.
I don't care.
I know. But I'm
I'll
just
tell
saying,
you
it's
what,
just, you know...
3 weeks...
What?
3 weeks running? Damn. Damn, my hangover.
Now, you say weeks. I'm going to say years.
Nah, not at all. I went through a phase there, I'm sure it was
There
off.
was, that's right.
But I mean, for the podcast, it's been 3 weeks in a row now that I've been fucking turning up here like, boys, I ain't gonna shit myself.
Carrying 2 bottles of Lucozade, not even one. That's when you know that things are bad.
I am hydrated, dilated, freshly masturbated, and fucking ready to party.
Oh, you couldn't have masturbated in it.
No, I did not. I can't wait to get home though.
On a
I'm feeling.
On a Friday?
My willy's like fucking the postman's knocked the door.
Oh, right. Oh, no. Jesus. Give me your parcel.
We've a lot to talk about here. So last night we were at Oktoberfest in Derry.
Oktoberfest.
Shout out to the Nazis. Germans, sorry. German beer. So it was Beck's. It was Beck's.
It was Beck's.
And,
no, there was another one. There was some
there's
weird name.
There was another German one, Carlsberg, I believe it was. It's one of those things. A decent German beer has to sound like a weird sexual act. Do you know what I mean? Snappenheimens, that's a good beer. Finger blasting, great beer.
Erdinger.
Aye, yeah.
Just sounds like something.
Kinderbucken. Do you know what I mean? It has to sound like something you would go to jail for. Beck's. I used to go with a girl called Beck's. Do you know what I mean?
Yes,
and she was tasteless too.
It was hard to go down as well, was it?
Comes in pints. No.
No, Steins.
Nines. So Oktoberfest last night, right? Now,
This was in the Guildhall
the
Square.
Guildhall Square in Derry.
Yep.
Great time. Mm-hmm. I had a ball.
Yep.
I smashed it.
You did.
You smashed it.
Thank you.
Kieran smashed it.
Did.
We smashed it. Right?
Yep.
Everybody there enjoyed themselves. Something about bar staff in Derry makes me want to throw shite at people. They cannot whisper.
They don't know how to do it.
It's Strabane County Derry.
No, it's Tyrone.
It's Tyrone.
But it may as well be
But
there.
that area, right?
Yeah.
It's something about, and I don't know if it's the act. I don't know if it's because they're so high pitched. If they whisper, you can't hear them. Do you know what I mean? It's like a dog whistle. I have a secret to tell you. Hey, I have a secret to tell you. Come on over to me now. Whisper into your ear. Hey, you're adopted. Like they can't do it. No. It shouldn't be called Chinese whispers. It should be called Derry Whispers. There's just a fucking how they managed to hide so many IRA men over the years is beyond me, because the fucking loudest people in the world when they're not supposed to be.
Yeah, when they're not supposed. Yeah,
when they're absolutely not supposed to be.
When they're supposed to say nahan.
Aye, exactly.
Happen, yeah.
Fucking hell.
Oh man. I remember I was on stage and I was enjoying it and everything was going, but I could hear all this talking.
Aye.
And it was weird because you looked out and you looked at all the tables and I wanted to find the table of talkers because I thought I'll deal with these. But I couldn't find them until I come off stage and Kieran Bart. I was like, yeah, it was a fucking bar
and
staff.
It's insane that there must have been 300 people. No, more than 300.
I would say about that. Yeah.
Right. There's 300 people in there and 5 bar staff, and all you could hear was the 5 bar staff. They got to drown out a fucking a country school worth of people.
Yeah, we should also point out this is a very large marquee.
Yeah.
So I'm on stage with a belting PA boosting my voice out behind me, and I can still hear them at the back of the fucking.
Aye, it's bananas. Like,
unbelievable.
Because I went out the side. Because when you were on, I was going, "Fuck!" Did it sound like that when I was on? Because I was like, it feels like you had everybody. I've done that a few times.
That's what I'm saying. That was the weird thing about it. It looked like I had everybody because they were all looking at me. They were laughing where it should be. But I was like, where does this noise come from?
Aye.
I'd never thought the bar staff.
crazy.
It never entered my head.
When I came out of the tent, I was like, because I was seeing when you were on, I was like, who the fuck is it making all that noise? And I got about halfway up, and it sounded perfect. And I had to walk back in and go, what's fucking using? And I didn't know how to go. How do you tell Derry people to shush? Go on, fuck all pint. Do you know what I mean? I'd have to be louder than they are.
You can tell Derry people. If I had dealt with them in the audience, I would have told them. But you can't just go and shout at staff.
Aye.
You go and walk up to them and go on, shut the fuck up, because they're going to fucking bust you probably as Derry. Like,
100%.
But I wonder, because it was the first night and they were all in the outfits, you know, the fucking lederhosens and the
Tell you what's weird about lederhosen, right? Those wee Oktoberfest outfits. You see a woman wearing one of those, right? And you kind of start from the bottom up and you go, Jesus Christ. There was a couple... This is terrible. There's a couple of women working that fucking bar. You were going, oh my fucking God. And you got to the head and went, ugh! Like...
That's a terrible thing to say,
You know, fucking don't tell me didn't happen to you. You're like, you go the whole way up and then you're like, that looks like a prostitute from South Park. It's a big fucking round flat head. Oh, hey, go on, fucking surprise. Go on, don't we tell anybody else here. Like, there was I love Derry so much. I love it more than I love Lurgan. I lived there for fucking so many years.
I have to say.
I fucking love it, but it fucking winds me up that bar staff are like even like I
the
would.
thing is, but if you look at the schedule for what's on Oktoberfest, what they were doing last night is fine for every other night. Because it's just music, and you know what I mean. But for a comedy,
it's just music. Good man. Fucking. It's not.
No, but
real,
I mean the musical
real art.
Yeah, it's not
hiding behind your guitar and your band. Yeah, fucking shark.
Yeah, stand up there without an instrument.
Yeah.
And just talk.
You fucking can't perform your art unless somebody says 1, 2, 3, 4. The fuck out of my face. Talk about your dick, be a man or a woman.
Sorry, Nev. By the way,
I know Nev's like that. Fuck. Oh, joking, Nev. Appreciate it. Love you. I forgot what I was saying now. Might still be drunk.
Yeah. No, I was shocked. I just wondered, because it was the first night, were they all up to high-do, as they were all hyped up because they were wearing their fucking outfits and it was all new to them or something. I don't know why they were so. Because when I come off stage, when I watched them.
Here's the thing. I've
in fairness,
gigged in Derry for 15 years nearly, and every fucking bar's the same.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? There's something about the bar staff in Derry when comedy's on. They're like, do you know what would really make this gig better? If I fuck this glass bottle into those glass bottles.
I was just going to say to you, I have done breakworks where I think, are they
Has a fight started here?
No, is there a competition to see who can fire the bottle in the furthest? Between the staff?
Absolutely.
Like there's times you think lobbing it in, and then it hits a fucking bucket full of them.
There's a weird thing in some bars in Derry where, and I have to say, I'm sorry about this. But it's the women. The female bar staff in Derry will be talking to their mates and just put their hand out and not tell you how much a drink is.
Just give it to me.
No, I was fucking saying them. Don't tell anybody I said this here now. That's between me and you. If I hear anybody else repeating this, I'll fucking know it was you, guys. 400 people like that.
All listening.
Somebody's getting dumped in the morning.
Oh man, it was so. It just was that. It felt like they were a bunch of school kids who were just so excited about being out, and they were all talking amongst themselves. And in fairness to them, that's the thing about Derry. It seemed to be great crack behind the bar.
Aye,
but fuck up.
That was the thing. There was a point where I went to the bar, and one of the bars, I was like, "Is Kieran going to tell a story about how he needed a shit on the beach?" I'm like, I don't know. What do you think? This is a trip?
Go through the checklist. Okay, what are you doing?
And again, I was like, say it quieter. I'm here, I'm right in front of you.
Is it because they just
I can hear what you're thinking? You're that fucking loud.
Is it because they just don't like the fact that somebody else might be speaking and they don't get a chance to speak? They just go louder.
I think it's because they've been cut off by the fucking Glen Shane Pass for years. That's beyond the wall. The wildlings, like, they've something to prove. I don't know. Oh fuck! I can talk louder than you.
That's why they have Oktoberfest, because winter is coming.
Yeah, exactly. I've been going through a phase this week, Connor, of so I watched the Jeffrey Dahmer show on Netflix. You've seen it?
Yes. No, I haven't seen it yet. No.
It's brilliant. Absolutely fantastic. Evan Peters does a great Jeffrey Dahmer.
Right. Yeah.
Sounds weird. I can do pretty good. Yeah, I'm gonna kill you in my garage. That's how he talks.
Right.
I made a man, turned him into a hat. He's in my fridge. But you watch Jeffrey Dahmer who murdered, I don't know how many people, 17 people, something like that. And you go, that's a bad bastard. Right? Senseless murder, right? It wasn't senseless. He planned it. Do you know what I mean? He would spike people's drinks, would pass out, and he'd fucking cut them up and eat them, right? Bad murder, right? I found myself this week thinking, there's good types of murder, and I'm this close to committing it, right? So on Tuesday, I drove to I had to go and do a gig in England, right? Because the flight was so expensive, it was cheaper to take the Bartmobile on the boat to Ryan, right? Drive to Yorkshire, right? Do 2 gigs, get back in the car, drive back to Ryan, and get the boat home at 3 o'clock in the morning, right? I was awake for 24 hours. And in 2 gigs, I played to less people than I was awake for hours. I might have played to 22 people in total, right? And the things that have been making me angry this week are I don't think it's even my tiredness, right? Maybe I'm just noticing it more when I'm sleepy, right? So, awake for a day, right?
Right.
Went and visited my uncle, who lives in Catterick, right? 76-year-old uncle who could still beat the fuck out of any man, woman, child. Right? Talking to him for ages, he was telling me all about like the sort of family history. He's big into our family tree, right?
Right, okay.
So he showed me a photo of my dad's uncle. The Bartlett men all look like this.
Right.
Right? That's a photo from 100 years ago.
Right.
And like he's a fucking spit of all of us, right? There's something about our genes that gives you fucking autoimmune disorders and fucking weird looking eyes. Right? So he was telling me a story about how my great grandfather died in a tar pit in Belfast.
Oh, right.
But like melted. Right?
What?
It wasn't like fucking all the fumes took him. Like he fucking fell in and melted like a Terminator. Right? That's the only way to kill a Bartlett. Fucking melt
You have
us.
to melt them.
Yeah, he was just there.
Upper right.
Right. So went and did 2 shite gigs. Drove back. Got to Ryan at like 2:30 in the morning, and got stopped. Now, kind of, I understand why. Right? It's 2 o'clock in the morning. I'm in a black Audi TT on my own. Right? The guy's like, "Have you got drugs in here?" And I'm like, "I understand why you would think that, but I'm just a comedian, sort of God, right?" And then he goes, "Can you open the bonnet for me?" Now, I don't know much about smuggling drugs, but I imagine if you're smuggling drugs, you'd do it in the boot.
Well, no.
Or maybe you would do it under the bonnet.
Under the bonnet,
But then it would melt the drugs. I don't know. Anyway, I'd opened the bonnet and I was so tired. I'm just fucking... Also, because I'd been eating that much shite to keep me awake on the way up, I was all bloated, had to undo my belt and my top button of my jeans. So they made me get out of the car and I have my whole shebang hanging out. Like, no, I swear to God, I just had gluten. I swear.
Looking at it open, trying to go, yeah, as a comedian, eyes.
Wasn't wanking at all. Is this thing on?
Pulling the plums himself on the
Don't
M22.
recognise me now. Borrow the blenders, mate. So, that's grand, right? Get onto the boat, fucking... Try to go to sleep. Booked in that cabin, tried to go to sleep on the boat, right? But I was freaking out about sleeping in. Not that it would matter because you'd wake up, but...
I was going to sleep in the where?
No, it was more a case of, I'm like, I don't want to be the last one into the car and have people behind me on the ferry fucking fuming, right?
Right, okay.
I was tired, I was panicking.
Okay.
So I woke up before, I thought the boat had docked because it felt like it had stopped moving.
Right.
And I was so tired, I'm walking around the boat going, and there was nobody else on it. And I was like, has everybody... And I remember like talking to one of the staff members, being like, has everybody got off the boat? Like, that's what I said. Like, where's my daddy? Right. She was like, nah, we're still in Scotland, mate. You're like... So, sorry, this is a real long story. So I drive home, right, get to God's country, back in the Lurgan, right? Obviously hit the railway gates, because why wouldn't you, right? At fucking 6 in the morning when you've been awake for a day, right? I was like, I'm fucking starving. So I went in the wee shop to get, I was like, I'll buy myself a wee soda, a wee toasted soda, and I'll climb into my bed, into my pit, right? Now this is, tell me if I'm a psycho, right? So I was standing behind this woman, right? And she's at the till, she's doing the lottery, okay? Now this is what she's doing, right? She was going 35, 36.
Oh, fuck.
What did I say there? Girl behind the counter goes 36, she goes 7. Girl behind the counter goes 37. She goes, no, just 7. Right? This woman was doing a lucky dip in real time. Right? Just hit
randomly
shuffle.
picking numbers out of her head.
Like, just fucking hit shuffle and get the fuck out of my way. I'm starving. Right? So she's there, 30, no, 7, 4. What's it up to? 20, 26. And then so the girl's like, bzzz, gives the ticket. She goes, right, Euro Millions now. I swear to fuck, man. I was like, I'm going to murder you.
I would
right?
love to see the CCTV footage of you waiting in line behind her.
I think I should be allowed. I think they should designate me as some sort of government. If there's too many people on the planet, right? The government should go, right, you're allowed to kill one person a week. And all you had to, like Judge Dredd, and the law, right? I should have been able to walk up behind that woman and go, you're not winning it. Like, and the girl behind the counter would be like, thank you, Mickey. And I'd be like, you're welcome. Right?
Mickey the Purge Bartlett.
Yes.
Oh, no.
Right? So the very same day, Connor Keys.
Right.
I went into Tesco's. I'd had about 3 hours sleep. Right? Mm-hmm. Went to Tesco's to get a few bits. Mm-hmm. Okay? And I need to get a few wee things for the house. Scarring pads, rubber gloves.
You know yourself.
Do you know what I mean? Dish soap.
Aye.
Right? So I'm in the household aisle, and there's a bloke. Now, I get really annoyed in supermarkets when people stop with their trolleys and look at stuff, right? Because
What did you do as you pass?
no, but people have shopped before.
On the way.
right?
Oh, grab it quick.
No, but I mean, do you know when you see something and just stand there, like,
Aye.
and I go, right, listen, you know what you need: milk, chicken, cornflakes, right? You don't need to stand there contemplating. Do you need chicken? Do you know what I mean?
Oh, no, well, yeah, I do, yeah.
No, see, I fucking shop
Because-
like I shop like I need to eat this stuff because that's why I'm shopping, right?
Well, first rule of thumb is you never shop when you're hungry.
Which is just Brian Regan has an amazing joke about that.
You buy
you shouldn't shop when you're hungry because you'll eat the type of food you want to eat when you're hungry. Well, obviously.
No,
right?
it's just because you buy shit you'll never get because you think I'm going to eat all that and you realize.
I don't know. I eat it the way home. I buy loads of cooked meats.
I would because here's the thing: if you're deciding 5 days worth of meals, you have to figure out the ingredients, you have to figure out what you need and all that sort of stuff. I'm not buying ready meals like you. You know what I mean? I'll be going and I'll cook from
We'll
scratch.
let's keep talking until I haven't told you what happened, right?
She just stopped, looked at things.
So I'm in the household section, right? And I already have a pre-existing condition where I'm like, if you stand still too long at a shopping centre, I should be like, right? I'm in the household and there's a man, right, who looked like a fucking serial killer. He had glasses and a moustache, right?
No, that's yeah.
Absolutely, right?
Absolute formula for a serial killer.
He was at the Febreze,
Of course he was.
right? And here's what he was doing.
Trying to get rid of the smell of dead bodies.
Well, here's he was taking cans of Febreze, right, spraying it on other cans of Febreze, and then smelling the can, right?
Genius.
Consecutive.
Man has got his fucking
I needed
shit
Febreze,
together.
right?
Oh,
I needed
no.
Febreze.
Okay.
So now all the Febreze is slippy from other Febrezes, right? I should have been legally allowed to walk up behind him with a fucking and just fucking creepy cunt. Just his son being like, no, leave him alone. I'm shut the fuck up. You're next.
Just you down the aisle taking off your laces.
Aye.
I swear to God, I'm going to get this cunt.
I am the law. I should have been allowed to just fucking. I should have turned him around, spread
was just gonna
Febreze in
say-
his face, and fucking lit it.
I was going to say that would have been like something I'd taken. One of those.
Man, I swear, I have never. I was looking at him like, what the fuck are you doing? Who doesn't know? It's Febreze, like.
But there's different scents.
It's not fucking aftershave though. Do you know what I mean?
I
It's not like
can
he's
know.
going, fuck, that's lovely. I'm going
But
out
have you ever got the wrong breeze mixed with your blend of shite? That's not a good
Man,
mix.
nothing covers up shite. It just mixes in. Do you know what I mean?
VIP poo is very good. Did you ever use that?
I have. Have you ever? There's stuff. Was it VIP? There was something similar sort of pun. You spray on the toilet water.
Yes, on the water.
And then you shite
Unreal.
lemon.
Ours was summer fruits.
Oh, fuck, mine was citrus. But in summation, 2 people are very lucky to be alive this week. That's
if
what
you
I'm
see
saying.
Bartlett coming into any sort of retail place, clear the aisles.
Just start pointing at people like the Undertaker.
Okay, can we clear aisle 2, please? Mickey's on his way.
Attention shoppers, run. Just grab them a shopping. Thank you. Like it's. I don't know why it fucking. Oh, people pushing trolleys, not looking in front of them. See that meandering, fucking. Because I'm always behind them, fuming.
And
Or people stopping in the middle of an aisle to talk. Fucking.
no,
Have a social life. Go
I'm
to the
with you
pub.
if somebody stops and blocks the aisle. But if you can't, like one person, like you can just walk around them.
But sometimes you can't.
Oh, right, okay.
People are bigger these days. I mean,
Oh, well, no, that's a problem.
just want to walk up and say, "Hey, back fat, fucking move."
All right, Mickey, I'm
Those-
moving.
not you. You're all front. You're like me. I mean, the back's class looking.
You turn around.
That's the front's the issue. It drives me insane.
No,
I am a psycho. Like I'm living by my
Yeah,
own.
aye.
It's definitely made me angry.
Yeah, you definitely have.
Just out a window
hang-ups
smoking
like
like
that.
fucking bastards.
Yeah. And also
laughing.
it also maybe proves that you have fuck all else to be worried about.
I
you have so much time?
am loaded right now. Pay that car off in a week.
Yeah, so that's
Right, once the psoriasis cleared up, I'm like, no, I'm back to me again. Fuck you.
You don't know if that poor wee fucking man was out there and that's his only day out. Only time of the whole day he gets out. And that's his time.
It should be. No, he shouldn't be. It should be. That day should be taken off him.
No, he's in there. 'cause
Who tests Febreze, Connor?
people who don't.
And not even in the air, on objects. That's the thing.
because-
he was spread. He wasn't going like. Psst. Aye, he was going ruining everybody else's Febreze.
Well, here's
And
a
then
here's
sniffing metal.
here's a
Fucking
question I'll have for
psycho.
you.
That's a serial killer.
What would you do in a supermarket if you had to pass time? If you had to pass,
About the past time.
pass time, you want to spend time in the.
Hang on. So you're telling me people have lives that are so boring they go to the supermarket to pass time?
They go to this at the moment. What I heard recently, what they're doing is going to the supermarket so they don't have to turn on their own energy at home. Older people are going to the supermarket and spending time in there because.
Well, now you make him feel bad.
I know that's why.
But he was
that's why
only
I do it.
40 something, so he's no fucking excuse. The Febreze smelling fucking psycho,
Listen,
pedo
I mean,
bastard.
Maybe he could be on the dole.
He's a nonce. He was on the dole because I've seen the rest of the stuff on his trolley.
All right,
And if you're on the dole, you're not paying for Febreze. You're getting the store brand stuff.
Fairness, you get the.
Do you know what I mean?
Get their own, yeah.
Aye. So don't fucking make excuses for him. He's lucky to be alive.
But did you hear that the other day about a woman rang into, I don't know, it was Nolan or something, but that's what she's talking about. She spends a couple hours in the store because she can't afford to put the fucking heating on.
That's it.
That's sad, like it really is. It's fucking mental.
I mean, you've really ruined my whole vibe there about wanting to kill people.
I always like to
Suppose
bring
there's
you
no
down.
point in me killing people. The winter will take them. Frost will do it for me.
He's shuffling up the people, shuffling up the boy doing the Febreze thing, walking behind him going, Jesus, winter's going to be rough.
Oh, Jesus, here, see the price of oil? Is it dear? Not this one down, but fuck off.
Is the Febreze get rid of the smell of the dead body?
Excuse me, where do you live? Why? So I can turn up your oil tank with a hose and hope that it's freezing. Just- What's it smell like in there? Nice, isn't I? My apartment's gas from taking this anyway. Fuck you.
And I assume he didn't take any of the Febreze that had
He didn't
his
even
own.
buy one, didn't he? Oh,
Oh,
that's
no
the
way.
thing.
Oh, he's definitely
He
wasting
didn't even
time.
fucking buy one.
He's just passing time.
Tell you what, fuck the government. If you're trying to stay, if you're fucking smelling Febreze, maybe he can't afford Coke. Maybe that's what he's doing. He's trying to get a rush somehow. That is sad now.
It is sad, yeah.
Still,
You just don't want to
no
kill the
excuse.
cunt.
Like, you know what I mean? Because libraries have closed down, haven't they? A lot of libraries.
I think they've reduced their hours and stuff, yeah, because
That would definitely be a good place to go.
it's it's a very they'd be fucking flat out because they open to 10 o'clock.
Aye.
And it's usually if somebody, especially like migrant workers, that's their only place to go and do FaceTime or ring home because they have
Aye,
net connection. And you have to hear that. Remember, our library used to be quiet.
Aye. It's not in Derry.
Fucking. You should go in some night and you hear 15 Polish boys talking to their fucking people at home with no headphones, and they're all speakers or things.
Class.
It's just fucking mental. But yeah, you'll find a lot of people doing that now of going into
Aye.
places and trying to use up their.
How the fuck, right? Now, yeah, this could be a Just Rabbit non-conversation, but how the fuck have we, the people of the world,
We the people, yeah.
not gone, here, let's just kill these 12 cunts and take their money?
Yeah.
Did you see Liz Truss getting asked if she had a mortgage? Mm-hmm. Just, how is she in charge of stuff?
Well, that's what we voted for. Oh, that's
We
right.
did-
No, we don't vote
But I
for
mean,
Prime Minister.
it's
That's
insane how, like, Boris Johnson being Prime Minister, you're like, fuck me, it's the worst thing that ever happened. And then that fucking, like, I puppet, she's not even a human. Where did she come from? I had never heard of that cunt, and now she's in charge.
democracy.
Who are they? who are the democracy?
They're a boy band from Kent.
I haven't really been paying that much as usual.
It baffles me how everybody walks around going, "Oh, democracy is so great." And
bananas,
this
isn't it?
woman has walked in to being prime minister with not one vote cast
Aye.
from the people, and that's not just her, Boris Johnson,
Yep.
Tony, but all the rest of them. The whole system's fucked.
Absolutely,
you just have to
fucking
be the
ruined.
leader of the party, and then you lead the country.
If I told you what I think we should do, we should have a king again, right?
Right.
I don't know if I said this the other week in the podcast.
Do we not have?
No, right,
Another one?
But I mean like an actual fucking, like, or an emperor.
Right,
Right.
okay.
So we have a king, and we go, here's how this works. You've got 5 years as king, right? Then you're not king anymore. We'll get a new king, right? But here's the crack. You have a year, and if you don't do it right, we will fucking kill you.
I would apply that.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
I'd literally go, here's how it works. We will kill you.
That should
If
be
you fuck
applied
this
to,
up, we will fucking eat you.
it should be applied to every politician.
Absolutely.
They should have 4 years, and their job is to do the most they can do in them 4 years, and set the bar so high that the next person coming in has to try and outdo that.
Yeah. Or
But
we
then
will
so that would
fucking kill you.
Yeah, but that would be then beneficial to the people, and they don't like that.
It'd be insane.
No, we don't
It
like
does
people.
bother. I go, there's more of us than there is of them. We can absolutely all be grand.
By about 99 times.
Aye.
99%, yeah.
7.8 billion people and what, 1,000 politicians over the whole world?
Probably, yeah, about that.
No, maybe 10,000.
209 countries, so what's that? So you're talking, yeah? About 5 people in each country will be in charge, yeah. About right, yeah. Mental.
Again, tell you what to do. Get Liz Truss or whoever, whatever politician's annoying you. Send them into the Febreze Island Tesco. Let me run wild. Keep it to yourselves. Just fucking let me run. Here,
Liz, smell that.
See, speaking of people dying in supermarkets, I don't know why this was on my YouTube algorithm, right? But I watched a video yesterday of American cops, a guy getting shot in a fucking Walmart in America,
Right,
right?
okay.
And it was body cam footage, and it was released by the police, I think, as a, you know, one of those weird kind of, sometimes we have to shoot people,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
And in fairness, it's a guy and a girl who are running some sort of Walmart scam where I think they go in with like a fake receipt and then claim a load of money back and then do all the shopping.
Right, okay.
So it starts off where they're not getting arrested. They're just like, listen, we're just asking you to leave. But it's 4 cops with fucking machine guns, right? They're going, listen, we're just asking you to leave. We're not arresting you. You just have to go, right? So then they're taking this one guy out, and there's like a fucking civilian who goes, oh, he's got a knife, right? So he has a knife on his hip. Now, my dad has a knife on his hip.
Yeah.
In case he needs to open fucking...
pocket knives and all
Aye,
that.
yeah. There's always fucking Amazon packages coming to the house. And my dad needs his knife to go, see if you don't stop ordering stuff in this fucking house. So the civilian guy goes, he's got a knife, right?
Oh,
and
no.
the cops immediately change. Now the guy, it looks like he's going, oh fuck, I do actually have a knife. So they're like,
try and point out,
yeah. So the guy
right,
says, don't
okay.
put your hand on the fucking knife. So they get the knife off him, right? And then he starts to struggle a wee bit.
Right.
And then it's like, oh fuck, what's going on, right? And then they pin him to the ground. There's 3 cops on him. You hear this civilian going, I'm helping. So he's like kneeling on the guy's neck. Then you hear, he's got a gun, shoot him. And the cop shoots him in the fucking head, right? And it's, no, he did have a gun, and he did try to pull it. There's 3 different angles.
Okay,
of it.
right.
So they show you this angle where it shows you him getting the gun out and fucking,
Jesus,
right?
right.
But when the cop shoots him, the civilian goes, nice. And I'm like, that's what's wrong with America.
That is what's wrong.
Fucking
That
video
sums it
games
up
have ruined
there,
that
yeah.
fucking country. So, like, this guy sounded like he couldn't wait to see somebody get shot.
Have you seen anybody shot and killed before?
I don't want to talk about him.
Vietnam flashbacks?
I mean, in my head, it's just some folks are born. Hey, in the rate of flag. Charlie!
I seen Suicide by Cop in Brixton.
You fucking seen it?
I'm standing fucking beside it, scared, and it'll never leave me till the day I die.
Jesus Christ.
Fella had escaped from an institution, like whatever, and he obviously was severe mental illness, and he decided to take out a fake gun and threaten people in the middle of the street for it, and then the cops came and he pulled it on them, and then they shot him dead. And turned out he just wanted to commit suicide by cop, but it's it is a scary handle. Do you know when you're sitting there, this was 2001, and you're sitting there, you've just come from here, and you're thinking, I can fucking handle anything, and then you actually see, you're going, okay, maybe not. Maybe I need to go home.
I seen somebody getting shot with a plastic bullet gun when I was about 10.
Right.
And his arm just broke. Like, I seen that just
hanging
fucking...
off.
Now, in fairness, he was throwing a petrol bomb, so he deserved it. But so, do you know what's a funny thing? Just so, like, I know that is fucking horrible, but there is a weird thing. I was thinking about it recently. Because I weirdly was listening to loads of podcasts about the Troubles. Just to remind myself. You know what I mean?
Just to reminisce.
There's nothing like crying on the way back from Limerick. So, but I remember the day. So it was.
There was a man named Mickey. Thought the Troubles are tricky.
But so I remember this time there was an army Land Rover on, what's the name of the fucking street? It's in Lurgan. I'm always forget the name of the street. It's the top of North Street in Lurgan, right? So if you're from Lurgan, the wee mini roundabout is, and then you go left down to the railway gates, right?
One, yeah.
It was before there was a mini roundabout. It used to be just a wee junction, right?
Which is right.
So there's an army Land Rover was stopping. My ma was in the car, like fucking behind us, just waiting. These fellas come running out, throwing petrol bombs. Soldier pops down out of the fucking thing, goes back up the plastic bullet gun. Fire didn't, and I wasn't bouncing off the ground at all.
Right.
Shot the guy, broke the guy's arm just fucking in half, and none of us flinched. Do you know what I mean? Like I was like, Ma, should we be like reversing the car? She's like, no, I'll be over in a wee minute. Don't worry about it.
Like, there was a morbid, like, I remember, like, I have vivid memories of my dad come home from work and getting the 6 o'clock news on, and it was almost like to hear the sports results.
Aye.
To try, like, I wonder who died today. Do you know what it was like? I wonder which side it was.
Aye.
Like, it was mad. Like, it was
it's fucking bananas. Like,
when you think he's sitting with a cup of tea after dinner going, oh, Jesus, why?
Aye.
And it's only when you're an adult now you're going, that's what we fucking grew up
there
with.
was so much of it was like, I remember.
We should have more dammers here.
Yeah.
Realistically, we should have.
Well, we can't because everybody fucking talks like they're from Derry and can't keep a secret. I fucking murdered 17 people, don't tell anybody.
And me later hosen.
Jeffrey Dahmer. I've 2 heads of French fob. Don't tell the Waynes there's no Santa. Like, sorry. I can't stop doing it. Yeah, there should definitely. There probably are more serial killers. But they all got out on the Good Friday.
They all got on the run letters.
Has there ever been a serial killer in Northern Ireland? Because
like an actual that type. I don't.
But serial killers is not the thing with you
have to do a certain amount, isn't there, before you become?
It has to be a certain pattern.
Oh, right.
So in the States, they say they reckon there's probably hundreds of serial killers.
So if I killed 3 people in 3 different ways, it wouldn't be serial killer.
You're not a serial killer. You're a mass murderer, maybe. But a serial killer has to be like
as an MO and all that.
Yeah, so Jeffrey Dahmer was like, would meet a guy in a bar,
right?
Spike his drink, guy would pass out, fucking do weird shit to him, cut his head up, put it in the fridge, you know, the huge, and then melt them in a bucket of acid. It's the Jeffrey Dahmer thing is insane because
a tar pit, whatever way.
it's pronounced carpet, dickhead. I know what you. I don't know why. Do you know carpet? No, tar pit. It's a top it. No,
that's what Ruby would say it.
Oh no,
that's what she would.
No, I feel bad.
Top it. Foot up.
Foot up. Oh, what was I talking about? Jeffrey Dahmer.
Aye.
I'm dying again.
Yeah.
I'm going to need more Luxid. Diabetes.
I don't think there's enough Luxid in the world to fucking cure that.
Oh, yeah, so I woke up in the City Hotel today with the sun gently bouncing off the foil through the open window, the light basking in,
lovely.
The early morning dawn. And I thought, oh, fuck, I need a shade.
the noise of the silent whispery chatter
the babbling,
of the people
the
walking
babbling
around.
brook.
She won't fuck up.
I could hear the seagulls of Derry. Oh, hey! And then I realised that wasn't seagulls at all. That was a deaf woman. Deaf and dumb, still talking.
Mine, hey. Where's that from? Finding Nemo, was it? Mine, hey.
I meant to get a video last night. There was 2 fellas outside the October. I went for a smoke when Kieran was on. I think you just left. And there was 2 guys having a real fucking... right? But I was like, I can't tell if you 2 are saying sorry or about to kill each other or...
Could be telling each other that they love each other.
Yeah, I was like, I can hear you. Can't understand a fucking word. If you held a knife to my... Don't you hear that fucking... If you held a knife to my fucking throat, hey, I'll fucking tell you now. I'm like, I know what's going on. I don't want to be here. I know that much. I also went in... I got a photo of it. I need to put it online. Went to the Foyle Side shopping centre. Just before I went to the gig because I needed to piss. Went to go for a pee. Walked into the toilet cubicle and there was just 2 empty flip-flops. But beside the toilet, right? But pointing out the way. Somebody just shot out of their shoes. I think somebody must have had a fucking Vindaloo It went through the roof of that. I'll sort of fucking.
Maybe they did a fucking train spot and just went down the fucking.
I don't know what it was, but it's like, and then part of me was like, is the Invisible Man real? And where did I get that photo?
Like you,
And they're in the position of
somebody shit.
you'd be having a shite there, like if you can see that.
I love seeing things like that and go, what is the backstory of that?
Aye.
Like, somebody has to be steaming.
It's
Something like that you can't leave something behind the gad if you're compass mentis. Like if you're
Aye.
it has to be drink or drugs. It has to be.
It's like, do you know when you see signs for please do not?
Yeah.
And it's the weirdest thing in the world. You go, somebody's done that. That's why there's a sign here for that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Or that's why you're not allowed to do something because some other cunt is fucking done it. Yeah.
Please do not try and tongue kiss the lion. Oh, fuck did that.
Was there a sign in no hotel? Please do not leave your flip flops in this fucking
But that
cubicle?
was in the shopping centre.
Who
Who goes to a shopping centre in flip flops in October?
Yeah.
2, who shites in a shopping centre? 3, who goes to a shopping centre in flip flops, shites and leaves a flip flops there? It might have been a sit down pedal in front
No,
of
it
us.
had to be. No, right, we had to figure this. It had to be somebody that bought a new pair of shoes in the foil side. Was pissing down outside and went, I can't go home. But then you would have taken the flip
You
flops
would
with you.
take them with you, like, wouldn't you?
I don't know. That's a baffling one there. Maybe we got purged. Maybe he was smelling for V's and some can't come in and fucking
Could have been that, yeah. Somebody else out there doing the Lord's work.
Lord's word. But yeah, so thanks to Oktoberfest.
Yeah, we had a great time.
They seem to be like the Derry crowds always are.
Oh man, it's the best. It's the
They
best
are
place to
always
do
up for
stand
the
up.
crack,
Like,
yeah, and they're so appreciative too of something. Like you were on stage and there was a guy at the back, and you said something about you do the bit about the hair, and you said the bit you do about the I'm not standing outside the chemo ward sort of thing, and some boy at the back, and your man was fucking right. I said to Kieran, I fucking loves the cancer jokes, and then but it realised then it's just any joke that was decent, he was like fucking yes, and I was like, fair play to you, you hit every single one there. It should be.
I mean, it's hard to deny I'm really good. Keep talking there.
Sounds like
You want to hear my impression of a guy wearing flip flops and foil side?
that says more impression of you in the City Hotel toilet this
I'm
morning.
gonna have to order more fucking aloe vera.
Oh,
Jesus,
Jesus.
Uh,
Taking over.
yes, I'm
I'm
so sorry. That crept up me. I'm not normally. I'm more of a farter usually.
Yeah, exactly. I was thinking that
I think I just farted out of my mouth there.
Oh,
More joking. I
living the Vida Loco. I can smell it.
I'm dying. I actually think a bit of my soul came out there. As you know, last week we were talking about the comedians boxing.
Yes.
I started my fight camp yesterday. Shout out to Stephen Hawking from Phoenix Amateur Boxing Club Lurgan.
Oh, okay. I thought you meant. Okay.
At 6 o'clock yesterday morning, I went for
You
a
fight very
1-to-1
good.
boxing. What did you say?
You fight very good.
What's that from?
No, move on.
I
Stephen Hawking.
Stephen Hawking. Was that your Stephen Hawking impression? That was fucking terrible.
Yeah, I can't do impressions. Told you that.
No, but that wasn't even an attempt.
No, I just was.
To your impression of Stephen Hawking. You fight very good. Stephen Hawking.
I can't.
You like boxing.
You had an English accent. I can't even do an English accent. So you didn't
Did you
even
not?
didn't even do a good impression of me doing a bad impression.
That's meta as fuck.
Isn't it?
Fuck's
Too much for your head this morning.
I'm only Mickey Bartlett. Like, I mean, give me a week and nail it.
So you would, you can't.
But so I went. So I'm saying now, right? The fight camp started.
Yes.
Now, as you know, I'm going to Australia next week.
Are you out back in it? And like, is that where the training camp moves to? Are you out in the
Yeah,
world?
I'm going to get acclimatise to the heat.
Kind of like what Rocky did to Russia.
Yeah, pretty much.
doing
But I'm doing the opposite version.
because,
Like, it's more like Creed 2.
Right.
Do you know what I mean? I'm going to put my foot in the tire and just wait for some big. Fuck you. Now,
How did it go, the training?
that was a boat. So, I know I can't box, right? And I know that I'm not.
But you know that now.
I know, no. But I know that I'm not in great shape, right? But I've been working out again for a good couple of months, feeling healthier. Fucking put a wee bit of muscle on, right? And in my head, I'm going, I'm not really fit.
No, but
But
you're
I'm-
not.
I'm-
But you're not my level of.
In my head, I was like,
you're-
I'm fit-ish.
Yeah. Well,
turns
you,
out-
you at least make the effort.
Yeah, turns out I am not fit at all. So, got there at 6 in the morning, right? Didn't eat anything because I thought right, box it's going to be pretty full on.
Yeah.
And I need 2 shites in the morning, right?
2?
Yeah, I get up, a shit, have a cup of coffee, shit again,
Right.
right? And then that's me for the day.
I didn't know you were a double dumper now.
Doubled up every morning,
Nice.
So I got up ahead of the one,
Uh-huh.
and I was like, I'm going to need a shit again. So I'll be all right. I'll not have a coffee. I'm running out of time here, right? So got there, was wearing a wee hoodie because it was freezing, right? And my coach Stevie goes, "You okay training that hoodie?" And I was like, "I'm a grand eye," right? He goes, "What do you hear?" So he goes, "Right, so we're going to do a quick 2-minute warm up." I would say 15 seconds in that 2-minute warm up. I was like, "I'm fucked," right? I can skip for 10 to 15 minutes, right? But realistically, those 10 to 15 minutes, I'm taking wee breaks.
I was
right?
just going to ask that question, right?
Kick it, like, cause you kick the rope and you go, "Oh fuck," right, and whatever, right?
So I've always wondered when you go to the gym, and just when you mentioned it, I was thinking, you don't go to a PT.
No,
You do your own speed. And if that was me, I'd be like,
This is exactly what happened, right? So I found out when somebody's shouting "go again," you're like, "I'm not ready," right? So this is why my brain was going. I would go into the gym and I'll do sometimes I'll go up to like 6 3-minute rounds on the heavy bag, right?
Right, okay.
Then I'll do a wee bit of skipping. Then I'll do weights, right? So in my head, I'm going, right, I can't box, but I can fucking last 3 minutes.
you can last them, yeah.
No problem, right? In bed, not at all, right? So 15 seconds into doing jumping jacks, I was like, I've never done these before.
Oh my.
Right? Fucked. Then it was like squats. I'm like, I'm in bad shape here.
I'm getting
Then
fucking...
do them weird lungy jumping jack ones, and then lunges, and I'm like, all right, I'll take a hoodie off, right? Point taken, right? So then I was just doing 3-minute rounds of hitting the pads, right? So he showed me how to fucking, and I realized I don't even know how to throw a punch. I'm pretty sure it broke my wrist, right? Trying to do a left hook. I was like, I hurt myself. Right? Then he goes, right, so we're going to do a quick circuit here, right? I'm going, right. He goes, it'll be 2 minutes for the whole circuit. And I being the ball bag I am, went, is there skipping involved in this? Because I can skip like fuck, right?
Oh.
Now, I thought to myself when I go, I can skip like fuck, he'll go, oh, you're ready then?
Because that's what happened in the movie.
He's like,
my work, Rocky, once he was able to do the spin over, that was it. It's all done.
I thought
montage over.
My work here's done. You gotta eat lightning and crap thunder, right?
We're into the third act now. This is, ready?
But he puts this wee stuff out for the circuit. Starts off doing like I don't know what there's just handles like off like on rope hanging off the roof, right? And you basically lean back and do like fucking like back workout.
Okay,
thing,
right. Okay.
So do that for 30 seconds. No bar, right? Then it's box steps for 30 seconds. I was like, it's a bit higher than I was used to. Wee flat feet. Okay, fair enough, right? Then it was battle ropes for 30 seconds, right?
Yeah.
I'm going, fucking, it's not too bad. Not too bad at all. Not too bad at all, right? Got to the skipping rope, and I'm like, my legs do not work, right? So I'm just fucking, he's like, skip like fuck, can you, right? Then it was
messed up your skipping?
Man, then it was punching, just throwing punches with dumbbells, just wee light dumbbells, right? And I found myself going, I haven't trained in boxing ever. I don't think I've earned the right to start going, but I wanted to. And it wasn't aggressive, it was, get me a fuck home. Right? Then the next thing I had to do was grab a medicine ball and like pick it up and jump. Slam it down, keep doing that. Then it was grab another medicine ball and like throw it, do this type of shit, and then do dips, right? I got to the second medicine ball.
I'm tired of listening to this.
God, I got to the second medicine ball and I went, Stephen, I'm not doing any more of this. I immediately went, I'm not doing any more of this, right? And he's like, no problem, we'll do a bit of a stretch and a cool down and stuff. So we're talking about boxing, things like that. And as he's talking, I'm like, I'm not bulk.
Oh,
right?
fuck.
I don't know what it was about the slowing down process.
Right.
I was just like, I'm roasting. Oh, I'm fucking... And I'm like... He was looking at me and I'm going white, aren't I? Like with the wet and...
You knew?
See, because nothing in my stomach. I was just in the toilet, just... with nothing coming out. And here's the thing about boxing trainings, or boxing trainers. He is so used to seeing people vomit.
Yeah,
He was just like, toilet's in there. Like... There's one left.
Man, I haven't done anything like that in 20 fucking
Connor,
2
see
years
today,
or whatever, but
my
fuck
eyelashes
me.
hurt. Every fucking bit of me.
I remember like the pain of the next day.
Aye.
Especially if you had missed a week training and came back, your fucking body was like it was seized up.
Aye.
It was brutal, but yeah, man. And then we were just like, it was a local boxing club, so it wasn't anything fancy. There wasn't even the ropes and all that crap. But
Aye.
I swear to God, the fucking... And did you do the bin liner? No, for the sweat? No? You ever do that?
Calm down, champ.
You ever know?
Is that bad for you? Is that not something that I remember? There was a rumor going about that was bad for your heart.
I mean, it would have been. The sweat out of you is fucking unbelievable.
But that's
as
to
long
drop,
as you're hydrated,
drop water weight, isn't it?
You're dropping weight in general if you're losing weight to do it. But a lot of people stupidly put on the bin liner and then a t-shirt. And what you should be doing is a t-shirt, bin liner, t-shirt.
Right.
And then you take off the top t-shirt and you are fucking
hell. What do you do? Like just
train as is, but it's just the sweat. It's like a vacuum on your body. There's a sweat comes out of it. Like,
Fuck
but
that.
you have to keep yourself hydrated, of course. Like, but yeah, it's a great if you were needed to make weight for your fight, you know.
Well, I will say this.
I never made weight ever, you know.
You made weight, just
weight.
not the right one.
Just not the one for any category. Not for anybody that could fight you who was under 18.
Don't make weight, make waves, man. It looks like the comedians boxing could be left to me to organise.
So it's not happening.
But I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna keep training once a week when I go back from Australia.
Yeah,
because it was a although I bugged and although I hated every second of it, I was like, that's a fucking unbelievable workout. Like,
yeah, there's definitely if you get the right trainer coming in, like
it's like, you know when you see Mike Tyson now at 50 something, and you go, he's still an animal
beast.
Do you know what I mean?
Did you watch him and Roy Jones Jr.?
I did not know.
Recently, they we fought during lockdown.
Oh, why? Yes, I did. Did you? Have you seen the
fucking beasts, man? Still to this day.
I think I met Roy Jones Jr.
Did not.
Mm-hmm. I did. He was.
Where the fuck did you meet Roy Jones Jr.?
He was at They had like a dinner for him in Belfast, and I was doing stand about it. I think it was Roy Jones Jr.
You sure?
I don't mean that in a racist way. I just mean maybe it is.
And Belfast. Oh, I see Belfast as a big boxing sort of centre. I suppose maybe it was.
How long was he retired as a boxer?
Oh, I don't know. I remember like he was at his peak at around 98, 99.
It was him then. Yeah.
Aye, because
told me I was a funny motherfucker.
Oh, nice.
I said, you fucking watch yourself.
Because Oma, after a year after the bomb, there was a charity boxing night for the club that we were involved in, that I trained in, whatever. And because it was the same as I don't know if you remember, but after the bomb, there was loads of Man United came over and played Oma Town, Liverpool played, Chelsea played. They all came to Oma, and then the boxing night was the who's who of boxing of the UK and Ireland was there. So you had Bruno and fucking Nigel Benn, fucking Steve Collins. So Steve Collins at that time was our hero.
The daddy,
he was the fucking daddy. And at that stage, it was always rumoured that it was the only person Jones Jr. didn't want to fight was Collins. Because he knew that Collins would think, I don't know if he could or not. But I remember asking him, are you going to fight Roy Jones Jr.? That was the only thing I had. I had no other questions for him. I don't know what to say to him. I was like, you going to? He goes, I'll fucking fight him. I was like, yes, you fucking weird. Get on, you big cunt. But yeah, that was a fucking Jones Jr. being in Belfast. That would have been fucking amazing.
Aye.
What year would he been talking? You thinking? Obviously, you were at the start of the comedy, was it?
I'm trying to think. It must have been.
We'll have to find out what that was.
14, 15 maybe.
Oh, as recent as that, right? Okay.
Had to have been, because it wouldn't have been. No, fuck, I didn't stand up 15 years. Yeah, could have been earlier.
Maybe, right.
But yeah, I just remember, because I remember that night I was doubling up, so I had to go and do that gig and then drive to fucking Derry or something.
Right, okay. Anyway, back to your Mike Tyson thing. So that's where it came from. About they're still animals.
The muscle memory of someone who's trained at boxing. Even Stevie was saying yesterday, because we're chatting about you, we're talking about all the comedians that were doing it, and I was saying there's a couple of lads that boxed before, and he was going, do not fight them. He was like, it doesn't matter how out of shape they are, because they know the basics of boxing, and they'll be able to knock you out from just knowing what they're doing. And he says, he told me a story that he was.
Do you know what it is? I think what he get at. When you've done that, especially when I was doing it 16, 17, 18, and I was always fighting the adults because nobody was my weight, you lose the fear of being hit in the face. Not lose the fear, but it becomes, then you don't be as worried about it as you would have been just from experience of just that punch isn't that fucking, you know what I mean?
Aye.
And then you get knocked out.
Have you ever been knocked out or?
No.
Undefeated, but it was what was it? He told me a story that he did a corner man for a guy in a white collar boxing thing, and he says the bloke was in the corner going, right, so what do I do here? And he's like, what do you mean? He was like, just show me a couple of moves. And he's like, are you fucking serious?
In the corner?
In the corner.
Oh,
and the guy didn't train at all, right? Because he thought it was just a bit of crack for charity, whatever it was. He says they did 2-minute rounds, and the fella came back at the end of the first round, and his nose was just all over his face. And he was like, he's taking us serious.
What do you think it was going to be?
Stevie
Like,
says
yeah.
he was like, for the second round, he was like, just hug him. Like, for
Just
for
get
the
in
rest of
close,
this
aye.
fight, just fucking don't let go of him.
Yeah. And that's yeah, that would be the tip I would give anybody. Do the Tyson thing, get right in close, stay
Aye.
in close, because the further you stay out and you're up against a
That's
cunt who
the thing,
knows how
man.
to throw, they'll fucking.
I have to. I have
clean
wee
you
short
out.
arms too, man. I'm built for
You'd have to
hooking.
be on the
You know
inside,
what I mean? Fucking dig a lungs.
But I said to you before, but I didn't realize until I started watching back the Tyson fights after watching the TV show, and I was saying to you last week, he was a converted southpaw,
That's insane.
which meant both hands were fucking like, you
Aye,
know what I mean?
weapons,
Everybody's got a weaker hand. He had both.
Aye.
And I was always wondering why his left hook was always like the knockout punch, because it should be his weaker hand.
Aye.
Because he's a fucking southpaw. I was
classic.
like, that's unreal.
I seen a video of him at his age now, hitting a heavy bag with no gloves.
Seen it?
And you're like, that's
That's what I'm
be
saying.
possible.
I actually, when I watched that fight of him and Jones Jr., I thought, because the two of them are so different. Like, Tyson's
Aye.
such a brawler, and Jones Jr. was always so skillful and very precise. But Jones Jr. was able to keep Tyson at bay, and it was fascinating
Aye.
to watch guys in their 50s. Like, it's fucking.
It's insane just how, like, because Mike Tyson, there was a point, I've heard stories about him where he would literally light a cigarette off the last cigarette.
right?
Do you know, he'd just be chain smoking, and to be able to live
Oh,
like
yeah,
that for maybe 20 years, and I'm like, I've decided I want to lose some weight. Who was that? It was Marlon Brando. Gonna make you one off. You can't fucking move. What am I doing? But to be able to go from that, like as big as he was, do you know, Tyson might have been fucking close to your weight.
No, I wouldn't say that, but I know what you mean.
Do you know what I mean?
He was so broad, like, he was
so-
such
but
a fucking solid
he was
unit. like.
so fat.
Yeah.
And now you see him and you go, you don't even have loose skin,
No. I know.
and you got a fucking six pack again, and your packs are delicious.
Oh man, he's a absolute, and it's not again until to give him proper credit, you have to go back and watch. Because normally the only things that stick out for him is the bite in the ear and all this
Aye.
sort of shit. It did tarnish his career, but when you look at the early stuff, man,
Oh,
he
man.
was an absolute
When you
savage.
see that
and I
man,
would stand
when
up
you,
and
when you
say,
see
I
him walk
think
out at 14 years of age, and you go, that's fucking terrifying. That
I-
cunt must have hit puberty when he was 11 days old.
and it's the arrogance and it's the attitude of, and obviously now he's
But
older.
the arrogance thing only came later as well, because I
that came
watched
from
him-
Costamato,
Aye.
making him basically a killer at 14.
Aye.
Now, I don't mean arrogance, I shouldn't say that. I mean the attitude of just, I want to fucking destroy.
'Cause I
But
seen
then
a-
he was too young to be, you know, that's too
Aye.
young to fucking basically to
I
do his
seen
head in.
a fight. There's a video on YouTube, and it's him. It's some guy who was, I think he was like a Crip or a Blood, like, but he was
Right.
a boxer. So it was an early fight, and it went the full 12 rounds.
There's only a few that took him to 12 rounds, yeah.
When he gets there, he's not even tired, and he won every. It was unanimous, like fucking. Like,
It's just the combinations he could hit for the
oh,
guy of his
Christ.
size and the
And
speed.
you see him like just when you see people just doing that with their fucking lead hand, and he's just like that, and they go,
I don't know where to go.
it's as
Yeah.
if they're trying to go, right, I'll use that to find him, and then I'll fucking hit him with this one. But by the time they've made their mind up, he's just battered the ribs off them. Like,
Yeah, my mate, the boxer, who was, well, he was going to be pro, but when he was younger, he had such a swagger about him, like he was the All Ireland champion. No, but
Aye.
he was a McGregor before there was McGregor. You know, he was walking about Oma wearing 3-piece suits and all that sort of crack,
Aye.
like 25 years ago. And he always was, you can't hit what you can't see.
fucking right.
Fucking head moving all, he was as fast as fuck. Like,
And that's when I in my head, because I watch too many movies, I'm like, I bet I can move that quick. Yesterday, when I'm hitting pads, I'm like, I can't even turn right when you tell me to. He's got 1, 2, 3, 4. And a band started playing because fuck musicians.
Because I need, like, obviously I need to lose weight. So I was in my head, I was like, I'd love to maybe get back to it before that thing, but it's this fucking gammy knee. I don't
you
know.
could- I mean-
Somebody was it Butler or Geddes the other night was like, well, you don't fight with your knee. I was like, you fucking
Now,
do.
see, again, that's the thing that because the front, I can feel individual fibers in my thighs. And for a 45-minute fucking, because I was going to say the same thing. You don't hit the heavy bag, you don't lose your legs for that. If you're punching properly,
If you're punching properly, you have
you're,
to use your
you're
legs.
using your heel and everything. Like,
Yeah.
it's every bit of you.
Every bit, 'cause
Which
so-
I've been doing wrong for ages. I've just been fucking,
Oh no, like a punch should be hurting you.
yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
all
because you're
over.
not really supposed to do it. Like, do you know what I mean?
Like from head to toe, it should be
Aye.
like every punch should be your full weight, and that's everything going into it. But then it's also the swing, and that's where the knee comes into it for the swing and the move
Aye.
of the momentum of it. But yeah, if I done that now, like that's me fucked.
And there's nothing you could do to strengthen your knee. Like, could you?
I thought I was chatting to a physio and asking him about like would a strap, like a knee
Aye.
strap, be okay? And he was like, well, totally just you'll know by the feel of it yourself. And I was
Aye.
like, fuck, I don't know, it's a bit dodgy, but we'll see.
I'd love to see it, man.
It'd be good crack, like it would be crack. I just do it for the intro.
I think
Come in, like, I would just have
I
wild
wonder,
fun.
like, could we do a weight loss challenge for a pod? Would that be fucking good, Craig?
I do need to lose weight. I don't,
Aye,
know,
man,
if I,
I'm
I don't
like-
know if I need to be challenged, but but I do need to lose weight.
It's the only way. I just want you
I'd
to live forever.
probably, I know, but it probably would be something I would need, like a motivational thing. I don't know.
Some sort of weird fucking.
yeah, to
Bet
get-
you can't.
Aye, go on ahead then.
Aye.
No, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna bother my whole life anymore actually because I'm just wild sore.
I can't get away from the monster munch. You know what I mean? It's just
Well, I'm the same. Like fucking
the munchies just kill me.
my diet over the last couple of weeks because I've been gigging so much is shocking.
Aye,
I don't think I've turned my oven on in 3 weeks.
it's to save energy, Mick, isn't it?
No, it's because fucking always eating shit out of McDonald's because like that.
No, I've been pretty good, but I'm not. Yeah, I'm not traveling like that. Like that's serious traveling you're doing. Like,
Oh my
that's
god,
fucking-
man, I hate it.
and
so
it can't be healthy, like, because you are fucking stopping
much.
at
And you're just in a car.
motorway places. Like, you're not gonna get fucking fruit.
And on top of that, nobody pays cash anymore, so I'm fucking skint.
Yes.
I am. I actually am. Well, we've been on for an hour, have we?
No, have we?
55. We'll wrap it up there. We're going to go over to Patreon now, answer some questions from our patrons. So if you're not on Patreon, what are you doing with your life?
Yeah, what are you doing?
Let's be honest, this is probably the funniest podcast in Northern Ireland.
Well, I don't want to say that, but
Pound
that's-
for pound.
Pound for
And
pound.
there's about half
and there's
a
a
ton
lot
between
of
us.
pound here. Like, yeah,
Do you know what I mean? Like,
should be.
we're very funny, man.
But the thing, we also are aware, if you're listening for free, there is the cost
Times
of
are
living
hard,
crisis,
and
now, but
listen-
we will not be increasing our prices.
We'll not
We're
be
not an
incre-
energy company. We'll not be price gouging.
There will be an extra tier for the special. We're doing over. Yeah, no, we're not putting that up. Fuck that. So listen, thanks for listening.
Yeah,
Hope you
thank you
enjoyed
very
it. Enjoy the rest of your day.
Mickey,
If you're driving at the minute, 10 and 2.
yeah.
If you're
It's
down,
actually 4 and 8 now.
you're
It's gone. 10 and 2's gone
4 and 8.
underneath.
You're joking, man.
Mm-hmm.
That don't even make fucking sense. That's
Try it today. Try it when you're driving. You'll actually feel, oh, the guy, there's more
man,
secure.
I'm
there.
fucking noon.
Oh, I'm straight away.
100%.
Yeah. Wax on, wax off. Right?
Absolutely. Well, I was going. Nah, fuck it. We'll go.
Anyway, tour. Mickey's
Yes.
in Australia.
I'm in Australia. I'm in Perth on the 18th of October. I'm in Sydney on the 5th of November, or the 4th of November, or the 6th. I can't remember, but it's that first weekend in November.
And where will they get tickets for them things?
Tickets to those things are available from Google.
Maybe Mickey might put up a link on Patreon.
I've
for
put
the
links up
things.
loads of times.
Okay.
But if you Google Mickey Bartlett, Brisbane Hotel Perth, it can be quite confusing.
Mightn't see you because of shadow banned. You might
I
be
know,
allowed
not
up.
anymore, it's grand.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah, trick the algorithm. I stopped saying the N word, you see.
No.
No. So if you go to, there's a thing called Google, right? If you go, type it in.
Other search
Google.
engines are available.
They're not really anymore. Ask Jeeves went on that recently. He looks like shit. Need more in the suit. Yahoo. Fuck, sure, you can't trust them.
Bing.
They're a bunch. Your phone's go off.
Duck, duck,
Um,
go. There's loads of
Aye.
things. Anyway.
But anyway, Google's the main one. Type into Google Mickey Bartlett Perth, it'll come up. Type in Mickey Bartlett Sydney, it'll come up.
Yes.
So it'll be the Comedy Store in Sydney, the Brisbane Hotel in Perth, which confused me too. Perth's about 15 tickets left, so it's almost sold out. Sydney's about half to 3/4 sold.
Okay.
So they are going to sell out.
Get on that.
So get on it to fuck. And then help me show my new agents. Told yous. I'll tell you about that later on. Thanks so much for listening. Enjoy yourselves.
I don't
Fucking-
worry about my tour. Fuck about it. Go ahead.
fuck
Rachel.
it, you're on tour
don't
too.
worry about it. Think
Sorry.
about your fucking shithole. Don't even want it. Go ahead.
Connor's on
Rachel.
tour. Where are you?
I am somewhere. 3rd November, Limelight starts at, and then it goes to 10 different places between then and
I'm raging I'm not going to be there.
10th
for
of
that.
December. Are you back to the 10th of December? Because
believe I
it's the
am.
last night in Daly's. Last night of my
Aye.
tour in Daly, and it's in Daly's, and I'm probably going to get rolled off. Will you be down?
I'll see what I can do.
Oh, that's all right.
I'll see what I
Right.
can do. All the best, is there.
Good.